Part 2 from the first video. So yeah, sorry about that, people. I had to get some water, and the story is getting pretty damn long. So okay, so where are we? Okay, so let's go. Here we are. Redwood, however, is 70% of the mill's work. Some people get bent out on shape about redwoods getting cut down, but you see shoots around a fallen tree. Berlager said reproduce better than most, and it's been selective harvest since the 1950s. Berlager calls it the Cadillac of woods of the West Coast, and its beauty commands a high price. It's not going to be used for something cheap, so the supply and demand works. He said. You know how they say you can't cut off a starfish arm and it grows. You can't. You say you can cut off a starfish's arm and it grows back. It seems like redwoods are kind of like that. People look for the unique redwood and just unique items in general. A family's grandpa planted a tree on their ranch many decades ago, and they wanted Berlager to, page 13. Yeah, sorry people. I wish I could post the fucking pictures and all that shit. That'd be pretty damn cool. That would be, actually, I think it would be. The logs into furniture material. Another family had a giant red oak come down in the material arch's yard. They had Berlager identify the saw log and the 50-ton tree and mill them into furniture material. All the family offspring was to have a piece of furniture from the heritage oak on the old family ranch. There are a lot of different requests, Berlager said. Helping Berlager out at the mill and in the dozers and James Sullivan. Chris Huchin also works as a master woodworker and carpenter. Chris does whatever finishing a customer may want on the things such as black walnut metals or redwood bar tops. Berlager said. Chris is also the lead man building my house. He is currently building the interior doors for the vertical grain Douglas fir lumber I cut 2 years ago, and the house is beautiful. I cut every board of it. As the demand Berlager work began to grow, and as looking for the better ways to haul wood, and he got heavily involved in cutting ponderosa pine, Douglas fir, redwood. He also decided to begin building his own house while cutting every board for it. For all his saw needs, he goes to Madison's in Central Washington, where he also gets his hickory shirts and boots. Warren at the Madisons always takes care of Berlager. Those guys are really good, he said. He offers tree felling services to take it from the fallen tree to the sawmill and a final wood production. On the road. About 5 years ago, Berlager got a 1972 Kenworth 924 and a Ramey self-loader with the 5 and 4 transmission, Rockwell rear ends, and it allowed him to get wood from Santa Cruz Mountains on a regular basis for his sawmill. It was my little salesman. I had talked myself out of it for 4 months, and I was wincing winching wood for arborists in my other truck, Berlogger said. A friend, however, called him and told him that he needs that truck. After restless nights of sleeping, Cam decided he would get it. Let's go to page 14. So, had friend Gary Burser, who lived near the truck in San Andreas, test drive it. The truck was formerly owned by Wayne Barr out of Arcata, California. He test drove it, and it needed a lot of work, so we got it. Berlogger said. Along with bad tires, there were another issue, as it had been neglected for a while after being parked. The wood rats moved in and chewed on some wires, Berlogger said. We processed an eviction and got it all going. Since then, it's been very reliable truck that lets Berlogger make a 10-hour round trip haul to licensed timber operators, LTOS, and Santa Cruz Mountains, and then to his sawmills. The LTOSs he works with is Joe Sunderland and Richard and Adam Steve Lunenberg and Paul Winning. When it comes to fixing things, Cam works on as much as he can. It has two independent diesel mechanics, Harold Ruth and Kevin Smith, that is also do good work. Those aren't his only truck. Those aren't his only trucks either. He has a dump truck, water truck, dozer, transport truck, and a 3-axle tractor. Berlogger gets his parts from. We're going to go to page 15. From Dyer's Eldoro and Anahoff Part. Along with Pape Kenworth, he also gets his supplies from General Trailers as well, and choker and cable work from ACM Acme rigging in Yucca, California, and then he had timber supply in the Philomath, Oregon. He gets his Remy self-loader parts from Whitlog. When looking for answers about Cummings, Icer, Rockwell, and trucks in general, Berlogger goes to Dave Assen, owner of the Dave's Trucking Repair in Eureka, California. This man has been working on log trucks since the mid-70s, and has probably forgotten more than most guys ever know. And Berlogger said he's brilliant, skilled, and experienced truck mechanic of the first order. Berlogger was first steered to him when he bought his antique 1963 Kenworth log truck out of Fort Jones with stuck 335 cast and was able to fix it in 2 days. Berlogger was able to drive the truck home, and he was thankful for Christian Lucas for Fort Jones for serving as the middle woman in the purchase of the 63. Let her help the truck. Now we gotta go page. Alright, we're almost done, people. Will not be in my yard. Berlogger said most people in the logging community know her as Butch Wiley's daughter. I was steered to her by Bruce Thomas of Reno. Both are very helpful folks for a guy in search of of an old Kenworth log truck. Though shrewd looking for trucks to purchase, Berlogger has made dozens of friends. Those friends from logging circle are the best sort, he said. Berlogger even hauled a load of logs for Ford Commercial down in LA, and he said he turned a quite few heads hauling his load of logs in the City of Angels. You would have the thought I was hauling an elephant the way people were staring at the truck, Berlogger said, digging. Along with his sawmill and log trucks, Berlogger also keeps dirt rolling with his dozers. The area he lives in is rural with a lot of ranches. He offers several different services, including making roads and driveways. I have a lot of pieces of equipment like a bigger outfit because it allows me to be versatile and do variety of things, Berlogger said. He also supplies retaining wall material to California State Park. In his dozer fleet, he has a John Deere 335 OC and two John Deere 650G and two Cat D6s. D6s. Three dozers, the two Cat D6s and John Deere's 360 are in contract to Cal Fire and pending contract with the U.S. Forest Service. The two of the Cats have a winch with the young arches. Something he loves. Berlogger has collected dozens of pieces of historic logging equipment and also has collected plenty of logging books that he tries to read every night before bed. He also attends the Redwood Region Logging Conference every year and is a member of the American Truck Historical Society and Roots of Motive Power volunteer organization that preserves and restores steam diesel powered equipment and used California logging industry. I don't have a TV, he said. His trusty sidekick is Lucy, his dog of 13 and a half years always keeping watch as well. I choose my profession where I check the clock, Berlogger said. More info on Berlogger can be found on CrestonsSawmill.com, which shows the products, services, and the versatility log truck driver and sawmill operator offers. LT. Anyway, so here's the thing. Basically, Berlogger is he's a multitasker, okay? He does different jobs for different people, okay? He doesn't just do one job, he does a bunch of jobs. Mind you, he doesn't do this for fun, he does it for the money. And he enjoys what he does, and that's what I like to see about log truck drivers and everything. I like to see them having fun while they work and all that stuff. So basically, you got a guy, he was a mechanic when he was younger, then he started buying used logging equipment and started working out in the woods in his area in Creston, California. So, and you don't hear very many people out on the coast doing that kind of shit. So it's kind of different to hear about it, So anyways, people, that's going to be it for right now. I'm going to post these two videos I made today. Have a good rest of your day, everybody. Peace.